On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Sociologist.
A person who studies the institutions and development of human society.
Examples:
Religious sociologist, French sociologist. Sociologist studies the changes in family structure due to modernization.
Empathy.
The ability to share another person's feelings or experiences by imagining that person's situation.
Examples:
Full of empathy. Empathy for patients. Empathy is also necessary to understand history.
Shipload.
A large quantity or amount of goods, cargo, or materials that can be transported on a ship, a load or shipment that is sufficient to fill a ship.
Examples:
Shipload tonnage. Shipload of supplies. The port received a shipload quantity of goods that took days to unload.
Deprivation.
A state of not having something, such as food or money, that you need for a pleasant life.
Examples:
Chronic sleep deprivation. Deprivation of liberty. Losing him is great deprivation to our team.
Ingratiate.
To try to gain favor, approval, or acceptance by doing or saying things that please others, to make oneself more attractive or agreeable to someone.
Examples:
Ingratiate by doing favors. Ingratiate with the boss. She tried to ingratiate herself with the boss by praising his work.
Doe.
A mature female of mammals of which the male is called a buck, such as a deer or a rabbit.
Examples:
Doe rabbit. Buck and doe. Hunters use a whistle that makes the doe sound to lure stags.
Thermostat.
A device that automatically regulates temperature by controlling the heating or cooling system based on the temperature in a room or building.
Examples:
Thermostat settings. Smart thermostat. The digital thermostat has a programmable feature, and it can be controlled through your smartphone.
Troop.
A group of soldiers, especially a large one, a group of people, animals, or things considered as a unit.
Examples:
The members of a military troop. A troop of deer. The troop of soldiers marched through the city in a parade.
Incursion.
A sudden or brief invasion or attack, the act of entering into something in a way that is not authorized or welcomed.
Examples:
Armed incursion. Sudden incursion. The enemy made an incursion into the country.
Sanction.
Official permission or approval for an action, especially an economic or political action by a government or international organization. A penalty or punishment imposed for breaking the law, rule, or agreement. Verb, to impose a penalty or punishment for breaking the law, rule, or agreement.
Examples:
Imperial sanction. Popular sanction. The government imposed economic sanctions on the country.
Insurgent.
Rising against established authority or government, characterized by rebellion, dissent, or insurgency.
Examples:
Insurgent attack. Insurgent group. The government forces fought brutally against the insurgent rebels in the remote region.
Unleash.
To suddenly release a strong force, emotion, etc. that cannot be controlled.
Examples:
Unleash a hound. Unleash her anger. The general was still reluctant to unleash his troops in pursuit of an enemy.
Bloodshed.
The act of shedding blood, often used to describe violence or war, injury or death caused by violence or conflict.
Examples:
Bloody bloodshed. Massive bloodshed. The negotiations failed, leading to threats of bloodshed between the two countries.
Christ.
The man that Christians believe is the prophet and the Son of God, and whose life and sermons form the basis for Christianity.
Examples:
Teaching of Christ. Before Christ. Christmas is the day to celebrate the birth of Christ.
Insignia.
A badge, emblem, or symbol that represents a particular organization, office, or rank. A distinguishing mark or badge that indicates membership or affiliation with a particular group or organization.
Examples:
Naval insignia. School insignia. The military uniform had a bright red insignia on the sleeve.
Idol.
An image or representation of a god or goddess, or a person or thing that is greatly admired, loved, or revered.
Examples:
Idol worship. Idol singer. He was an idol to his fans, who looked up to him as a role model.
Crusade.
A series of wars fought by Christians in the Middle Ages to recover the Holy Land from the Muslims, a series of actions advancing a principle or tending toward a particular end.
Examples:
A crusade against smoking. Environmental crusade. During the Crusade period, many European Christians went on a pilgrimage to the Holy Land.
Invade.
To enter aggressively into another's territory by military force for conquest and occupation.
Examples:
Invade other tissues. Invade his privacy. I have no intention to invade your privacy.
Subdue.
To conquer, to bring under control.
Examples:
Subdue a confusion. Subdue his anger. The police used tear gas to subdue the violent crowd.
Frightening.
Causing fear or alarm, or very surprising and alarming.
Examples:
Cast frightening eyes. Frightening experience. The news of the pandemic was a frightening reminder of the fragility of human health.
Knuckle.
One of the joint-like parts of the fingers and toes, especially of the hand.
Examples:
Knuckle sandwich. Bare knuckle boxer. He cracked his knuckles nervously before the presentation.
Generalize.
To make something, such as a theory, idea, etc., more widespread or widely applicable based on what is true in some cases.
Examples:
Generalize Kepler's first law. Generalize sophisticatedly. It's dangerous to generalize about people.
Uprising.
A public rebellion, especially against an established government or authority.
Examples:
Stage an uprising. Violent uprising. The anti-government uprising was successful in overthrowing the regime.
Ring.
To twist, squeeze, or compress something, especially to extract liquid or force out excess, to cause emotional or mental distress, to extract information by force or pressure.
Examples:
Wring out a towel. Wring a secret. I had to wring out my wet clothes before putting them in the dryer.
Patriotic.
Having or showing love for one's country and a desire for its success and welfare.
Examples:
Patriotic duty. Patriotic fervor. He was wearing a patriotic t-shirt with the American flag on it.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Annoy.
To make someone angry, anxious, or irritating slightly.
Examples:
Annoy at the time. Annoy everyone else. Her constant chatter was starting to annoy the neighbors.
Enlighten.
To give someone greater knowledge or understanding about a particular subject or situation, often in a spiritual or moral sense.
Examples:
Enlighten legions of people. Enlighten other countries. The teacher sought to enlighten her students by introducing them to new ideas and perspectives.